In today's video, we are going to be talking about the top 2 tools that I think every single candle maker should have, whether you're just getting started or you've been doing this for years. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nick with the 1994 Candle Co. And as I said, we're going to be talking about the top tools that I think every candle maker should have in their arsenal. So the very first tool that I think every candle maker should have is one of these guys. This is a heat gun. I think I got this at like Walmart, possibly on Amazon, but it was like 20 bucks or something like that a few years ago. But the reason that I really think that everyone should have a heat gun that is making candles is because one, sometimes you're gonna have to fix the tops of your candles. Really, no matter what wax that you use, it's probably gonna inevitably happen that you're gonna need to fix the tops of some of your candles. Sometimes they're gonna have sinkholes or they're gonna have dips in the wax, and so all you have to do is turn it on, run it over the top of the candle, and you're good to go. These guys are also really good for any spilled wax, anywhere that you've dripped wax or anything like that. You can just run this over it a little bit and then wipe it up with a paper towel, and it seriously makes it makes life so much easier, honestly. I use this for cleaning out my pitchers after I'm done pouring. I use it to clean off candle wax from like my tables, or if it gets on the side of a jar or anything like that. And you might be asking a similar question that I asked when I first started, which was, can I just use a hairdryer? The short answer is yes, you can. But the long answer is, yes, you can. However, it's going to take way longer for it to heat up and melt that wax. And for about the same price, you could just get a heat gun. But I know many of us probably already have hair dryers sitting around and stuff like that. And so yes, you definitely can if you're just getting started with candle making. That is what I used when I first started. But now that I'm like selling candles and stuff like that, and I have to constantly heat gun the tops of them, I use 6006 wax, which is horrible for sinkholes and all of that. So I pretty much have to use it on almost every single candle. And so a hairdryer will definitely work, but it doesn't work nearly as well. And it takes way longer for it to heat up enough to heat the wax up. So I'll leave a link, if I can find the link to the one this specific one that I have, then I'll leave it in the description box below. Otherwise, I'll just link a few other ones down there. Really, I've never heard of one like going bad or anything like that. I mean, I'm sure after several years of use, they probably need to be replaced, but I've had this one for going on 3.5 years now, I think, somewhere around there, 3.5. And it still works great. I've never had any issues with it, but I highly recommend it. This next tool is actually 2 separate tools, but they do come together, so I just kind of put it all together in one. But that is going to be these, they're called wickets, and then these come with them, they're wick centers. I get these from Design House. I did not pay any extra for them to engrave them or anything like that. They just did that because they are amazing. They are so kind. Seriously, they're some of the best people that I have ever worked with, and I will always endorse their products because I seriously love them. This isn't sponsored. I don't have an affiliate link or anything like that from them, or at least as of right now. Both of these are amazing products. They're super easy to use, and they can come in packs together if you want, or you can just get the wick like holders or the wick centers separately if you want. But I highly recommend definitely getting the packs of both of them, because these will hold your wicks in place, and these make sure that they are perfectly centered every single time. As you can see on here, this is for the, if I can get it to focus, this is for, it's probably flipped on there, so I'm sorry, but this is for the Aura jars, but they have tons of different vessels. They have the Cali jars, which I use in my main collection. They also have the Nivea tins from Dream Vessels, which is those are the tins that I use. in my collection. And yeah, they have tons of different jars and stuff though. So if you're using any jars from like any main known supplier, they probably have wick centers or wickets for them, so that you can grab those. And if not, if you just send them a message, they can probably create a custom one for you. They do it all in-house, and like I said, their customer service is literally top-notch. They are some of the nicest people I've ever worked with. So back in 2020, this is why I love them so much. Back in 2020, when everything was crazy and no one could find wicks and all that stuff, when we were going through different shortages of all these different products, I was just getting started in my business, and I was still wick testing. And there were some wicks that I needed to try out, but they were literally sold out everywhere because we were having just this crazy wick shortage crisis. And so, but I had like casually mentioned to them, they had asked me how, candle making was going and stuff, and I casually mentioned that like, I was like, I need these certain, type of wicks or whatever. And they were nice enough to just send me some. They don't sell wicks or anything, or at least they didn't at the time. I don't believe they do now either. But they don't sell wicks or anything like that. But they are also makers, and they were just kind enough they had some extra, and so they sent them to me. And like literally, they are some of the kindest people on earth. And like I will always heavily endorse their products, because I truly they're the nicest people ever. But that's going to be it for today's video. I would be so appreciative if you guys would leave it a thumbs up so that more people will see this video. And then comment down below any tools that you think as a candle maker are really important for either beginners or anyone else who's maybe just getting started in candle making, or maybe they've been doing it for years but they might not know about these certain tools. Just comment down below what you think a good tool for every candle maker should be, and I'll see you guys next time.